A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a world grappling with escalating conflicts and climate challenges, the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, has kicked off with Brazilian President Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva at the helm. The summit, held at the Museum of Modern Art, brings together leaders from the world's largest economies to address pressing global issues, particularly poverty and hunger, which Lula highlighted in his opening speech. He emphasized that the roots of these issues lie in political choices and called for decisive action from world leaders. The initiative to combat poverty and hunger has garnered support from 81 countries, including 18 of the 19 G20 members, with the notable exception of Argentina, led by far-right President Javier Milei. As the summit unfolds, the backdrop of ongoing wars in the Middle East and Ukraine looms large. These conflicts have created divisions among G20 members, although they are not officially on the agenda. Al Jazeera's diplomatic editor James Bays noted that while Ukraine's situation may not be formally discussed, it will undoubtedly influence the conversations taking place on the sidelines. The presence of U.S. President Joe Biden, attending what is likely his final G20 summit, adds another layer of complexity to the discussions, especially following his controversial decision to allow Ukraine to use long-range U.S. missiles against targets in Russia. Russia's absence is also significant, with President Vladimir Putin unable to attend due to an international arrest warrant over alleged war crimes. Instead, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov represents the nation, signaling the ongoing tensions between Russia and the West. The summit is not just a platform for addressing immediate crises. It also serves as a stage for Lula to promote his vision of a world free from hunger and climate inaction. He has been vocal about the need for a global alliance to tackle these issues, a sentiment echoed by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, who called for G20 members to take the lead in climate negotiations. The summit comes at a critical juncture, with the COP29 climate change conference in Azerbaijan stalled over financing for developing countries. Delegates are looking to the G20 for solutions to raise $1 trillion annually to help these nations cope with climate change. Lula's push for a global tax on the super-rich is another contentious topic, particularly with Argentina's negotiators challenging the language of the draft communiqué. Despite these obstacles, Lula's commitment to social issues remains unwavering. He stated, "It is for those of us here, around this table, to face the undelayable task of ending this stain that shames humanity." The summit aims to leave a legacy of action against hunger, a goal that resonates deeply in a world where millions continue to suffer from food insecurity. As leaders pose for group photos and engage in discussions, the atmosphere is charged with the anticipation of what agreements might emerge from these high-stakes negotiations. With the specter of an incoming Trump administration in the U.S., the diplomatic landscape is further complicated. Trump's America First doctrine may hinder collaborative efforts on divisive issues, including climate change and economic inequality. In the lead-up to the summit, protests have erupted in Rio, with demonstrators calling for immediate action on hunger and climate change. The empty plates displayed on Copacabana Beach serve as a stark reminder of the 733 million people who went hungry in 2023, according to UN data. The visual representation of this crisis underscores the urgency of the discussions taking place among world leaders. As the summit progresses, the focus will remain on finding common ground amidst the geopolitical tensions and pressing social issues at hand. Lula's leadership and the collective efforts of G20 nations will be crucial in determining whether the summit can produce meaningful outcomes that address the challenges of our time. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.